And then one more real quick, just because I'm in the mood. Let's see if we can set this up a little. So let's see what kind of video footage I have in the old clip bin here. Let's see, here's one of my buddy Joey Soto. Let's drop that on the timeline. And, oh, I don't know, this is just a screen capture footage. So I'll put that on the timeline. And let's kind of check this out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and separate the audio and video from this. All I want is some camera footage. So I have two clips here. Joey Soto, my buddy, and Kiro the Wonder Dog. He's awesome. And then I also have another clip, which is basically just some screen capture. And what I want to do is put a transition between these two clips. Well, in Camtasia, we can certainly do such a thing. We have these things called transitions. And in Camtasia 9 and 2018, the transitions are a little bit better than they were in earlier versions, but they're kind of simple and not quite as smooth and professional as maybe we would like. Or there's not a huge variety of them that we can use. I mean, there's a nice selection here, but some of them are kind of cheesy and dated, I guess I'll say, like zigzag or wheel. You know, they're all just kind of the same ones that TechSmith has had for years and years and years. Well, if you don't know this, if we go over to PowerPoint as an example, PowerPoint version 2013 and higher has better transitions. So if we go to the Transitions tab here, you'll notice that we have some actually pretty sweet transitions. Like Prestige is one that just kind of pulls the curtain off. Or speaking of curtains, one that reveals what the next slide is. It's a transition. And there's a couple of cool ones. There's fall over, boom, like that, and drape, right? Well, what if I told you that there was a way that we could steal these transitions and use them in our Camtasia project?
Sweet.
Well, you can, and here's kind of a simple way to do it. There's several ways to do it actually, but this one is one that I kind of like. So here, I'm going to take my second clip and scooch it over just a little bit for the moment. And I'm going to take my playhead and snap it to the end of my first clip. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use my comma key, which moves the playhead to the left. And if you didn't know this, to step your playhead frame by frame, you use the comma key to go to the left, and you use the period key to move to the right. Okay? You don't use your arrow keys, because your arrow keys move whatever object you have selected on the canvas. So a lot of people are trying to be moving their playhead, and what they're really doing is, you know, scooching their thing all over the canvas here, their asset. So I'm going to snap it to the end. I'm going to press the comma key like once, right? So this is the very last frame of this video clip, isn't it? So here's my trick. I'm going to go to Share, and I'm going to say Export Frame As. And basically, let's put it in my Pictures folder. Let's call this Joey. I'll save it as a PNG file. And I'm not going to import it into the clip bin. So I'm going to save this. And my project happens to be 1280 by 720. Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's... Yeah, this one's 1280 by 720, but as long as it's widescreen, in other words, 720p or 1080p, so 1280 by 720 or 1080 by 1920 are both good sizes for this trick to work. So I've exported this particular frame, which is the very last frame of this clip. Let's go back to PowerPoint, and here I have a little template. I think I actually have this template that you guys can download. Let me grab the link for that. And it's just a stupid, simple template. We'll walk through it here. It's two slides. It's one blank slide, and it is another slide that has as its background color the most absolute green color possible. I know it's the most absolute green color possible because if we right click on it and format the background, let's go look at the color real quick. So the color, if I go to more colors and then custom colors, you can see that the RGB value, red, green, blue, is no red, full green. 255 is the maximum value you can have for a color, and no blue. So this is 100% blazing green and nothing but. Okay, but it's a single color. The whole thing is absolutely one shade of green. Okay, that's going to make part of our trick work nicely. That's all this slide deck is, those two slides. So on my first slide, what I'm going to do is, again, right-click and format background. And then instead of a solid fill, I'm going to go to Picture or Text Fill and go choose a file. Okay, and I'm going to navigate to where I saved that last frame. And let's find Joey. There he is. There's Joey. There's my buddy. And we're going to insert that as the background. Okay, and it's going to be widescreen, the same dimensions that we had before, or in our Camtasia project. And then on the second slide, I'm going to pick one of these cooler transitions. Okay, and this works best with some of these, but not all. And I'll give you an example. Wind, right? So you can see that works pretty well. That works pretty well. Page peel. Whoosh, a nice page peel, curl. And then some of the very cooler ones like airplane. Basically folds Joey into a paper airplane and boosts him out of there. Or origami. Folds him into a little origami bird and there he flies away. So those work pretty well. Ones that it doesn't work well are things that part of the transition has a gradient, like this clock. So as it wipes, you'll notice that it's blurry as it wipes. Well, our trick here is going to be, we're going to key out this green in Camtasia, and when you have something that has a gradient, in other words, not sharp edges, it just doesn't remove that color as well. So I'm going to pick one that is more in the game. Let's pick ourselves a transition. I kind of like the wind because it's just, it's unexpected and interesting. Let's see, what else should we do here? On my first slide, I'm also going to advance the slide after like 0.01 seconds. The reason I want to do that is because in my project, I don't want Joey's face just frozen and staring at me while this little trick comes off. And you'll see why in just a second. So what I want to have happen is I want this to be just there for like a split second, and then I want the transition to happen. Okay, and a couple of other things you can do here. Some of the transitions in PowerPoint just are too slow. For example, the curtains one is 6 seconds. Okay, and that's an eternity. And while I like the way it makes Joey's eyes go all goofy, be aware that you can, speed up the transition by just taking this number down. Okay, but let's go back to our wind sample. 2 seconds there is pretty good. Right? So here's then my secret. Once I get that stuff just kind of done, and it goes really quickly when you just kind of do it a couple times, I'm just going to go to File, Export, Create a Video, and I'm going to set the seconds spent on each slide to 0. By default, I think it will be 5. And I don't really care about the size here as long as it's widescreen. Remember, my project was 1280 by 720. This will actually work okay. I guess I could change it down, but it's still going to work. And I'm just going to click Create Video. Okay, and I'm actually going to do this one for real. I don't think it's going to take very long to render. So let's just put Joey, put it in my videos thing, and click Save. and you'll notice it rendered it out at the bottom. Okay, so now let's go back here. Let's go to our clip bin, or just to the video directory. Here's our Joey video that we just exported. Let's drop this on top. Okay, we'll scooch that back into the other clip, and I'm going to put this right where the two join. So I usually put my playhead where the two clips meet, and then scooch this guy, boom, in like that. Okay, and then let's just kind of scrub through here and see what happens. So as we go, Joey's talking. It's time for my transition, and oh, Joey! Oh, there goes Joey! Goodbye, Joey. But now what we have here is a green screen. Well, let's try this. Let's click on the object. Let's deselect that. So I'm going to click on this, move my playhead into where I see the green. Let's get a good amount of green. There we go. And then once it's selected here, right click on it on the canvas, go to Visual Effect and remove a color. Okay, and Camtasia remembers the last color that you used, and this is kind of a pain. So here's kind of my trick for doing this. I'm going to just go ahead and pick any other color, right? And then I'm going to click and use the eyedropper. Okay, now when I tell it which exact shade of green to do, it's going to grab it. And then at this point I can mess with the tolerance a little bit. And what I'll probably do here is zoom in a bit. See, I still see a little green around there. I'm just going to tweak the stuff up here a little bit, so I don't mess it up too much. You just play with these parameters a little bit. And let's shrink it to fit. And I'm just going to let this roll, and we'll see what happens. Boom. Right? PowerPoint transitions in Camtasia. Just like magic. There you have it. Alright, well, we're about the top of the hour here, so unless there's any other questions, I'll go ahead and let you all go. Okay, going once, going twice. Alright, cool. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time.